Hello, hello, my loves. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite Oracle deck series that I love to work with for pretty much every kind of reading, every kind of question. This Oracle deck is usually one that I always pull. And so that is the Seasons of the Witch series, and there are multiple decks in this witchy series. It is really, really good. You have a deck for each of the seasons, each of the wheel of the years. Yeah, it's a really good deck to work with. It's intuitive. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. The guidebook is magical. It is definitely something that everybody should have in their collection. If you're a reader or you like to just pull some cards for yourself, this is a really good one to use. Today's video, we are going to be talking about the newest and most recent deck that came out in this series, and that is Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle. And when you look at it right off the bat, you can kind of tell this is a summary deck. This is absolutely gorgeous. I opened it up yesterday and I had a look. So I already did a little sneak peek for myself, but we're actually going to go through the deck card by card together. We can have a nice little first impression of the cards, and you can get a feel for seeing if this is a deck that you would like to personally add in your collection. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So one of my favorite things about working with the Seasons of the Witch is it doesn't matter which deck you're using, the color scheme in the cards will represent the energy of that season or that specific time frame or holiday or whatever that you are diving into. You really kind of get into the feel, the energy, the essence, the mood of that season or time of year. With the Lammas Oracle, we are looking at the 1st of August, and it is like significant to the first day or the start of the harvest season, a harvest festival, that kind of thing. And you really get that feel for harvest, getting ready, preparing for the fall season and all of that. So I really love the richness of these cards, the colors. The backs are absolutely gorgeous. They have green backs, and green is so life-giving to me. It's such a fresh color, and blended with the sunflowers. I just absolutely love the sunflower. Like when you think of summer season, you really do think of sunflower, but you also see sunflowers throughout summer, but I also see them as that flower for the beginning of fall. So when you're like diving into September, the sunflowers are still bloomed. And so I really loved that they put the sunflower in the cards. I really love that. The card edges are a green color as well to kind of bounce back from that green backs. And then something I like to do with each deck that I own, I like to pull the cards, like fan them out, and you really just see the colors, the energy that you're working with for that deck. So for this one, we have a lot of browns, greens, golds, oranges. You see a lot of that richness, the yellows, the mustard yellows. You see a lot of that energy of the summer, but that blend of like the middle of summer going and leading into the start of fall. So it is a beautiful deck. I already have some favorite cards that I've already seen as we've gone through all of them. There are a couple cards that are definitely giving me that energy of like, that's going to be my favorite card. So what I wanted to do was pull a card for all of us and just kind of give just a nice general message and just give a chance to read with this deck for the first time. So just going to give the cards a good shuffle and just giving a collective message for everybody who is watching, myself included. What message do we need to hear today? So we have the citrine. So the citrine card, so it's number 5, citrine, and the message on the card says, confidence is a skill that can be cultivated, and you are now being guided to reach for the light within yourself. So confidence is a skill that can be cultivated. Confidence can be learned. Confidence can be created within ourselves. Confidence can come out. It's already within us. We just have to learn to bring it back out. When it says to be guided to reach for the light within yourself, it's kind of representing we already have that light, that spark, that flame, that piece of us that wants to come out and that wants to be seen, wants to be heard. And if you're struggling with letting that part of yourself out or allowing that part of yourself to lead, it's already within you. We just have to find a place within ourselves, within our daily tasks, in our environment to feel comfortable to let that out. So let's go ahead and have a look at the guidebook, because realistically, when I'm reading with these cards, especially when I'm doing one-on-one sessions or if I'm doing a video recording, I always have the guidebook out because I love to reach for it and read straight from the book. This is one of the few oracle decks that I have no shame in bringing the guidebook out to use in the readings. So I highly recommend it because it just gives you so much more juicy information. And then also if you're, let's say you're doing a reading and you're leading with a message that you feel resonates with that, you know, with the phrase, with the word, with the image. And then you read the guidebook image or the guidebook definition, and it's kind of reflecting the same intuitive insight that you just gave. It's kind of cool because you see that you're spot on. But let's go ahead and read the guidebook. So number 5, citrine, keywords for this card are confidence, security, and positive outlook. Okay. So it says, the appearance of the sunny, positivity-inducing citrine card signifies the beginning of a metamorphic journey of self-assurance, confidence, and empowerment. It is a positive influence no matter where or how it appears in a reading, or it illuminates all dark corners and guides you towards unleashing your potential. The citrine card serves as a reminder that confidence is a skill, not a right. You are being encouraged to shift towards a more positive mindset, challenge any negative stories holding you back, and surround yourself with positive influences of people and information such as books or courses that will inspire, uplift, and encourage you to seek the light in all areas of your life. So there's so much more. That was just probably like the first little half of here. There is so much more to the guidebook message. It goes into the citrine manifesting spell. It gives you kind of like a little activity that you could do in accordance to that card. So I totally recommend using the guidebook along with the deck. It will definitely help you in your readings, and it just kind of gives you more input or more direction to give to your client if you are reading professionally for a client. I also like to use these decks for myself personally. So I like to keep a diary. I write in my diary a couple times a week. And sometimes I do like to pull cards for myself, especially the new and full moon. So I will pull a deck, whichever corresponding deck it is for the time of year. And I will pull a card from the deck, and then usually depending on what the guidebook gives me, what directions it gives me, or my own personal intuition, I like to put that into action in my own personal life. So it's kind of fun. The fact that we are literally, where are we? We're July 26th, I think it's July 26th today, 26th or 27th, depending on when you watch this video and when I put it out. But that is just a few days away from August 1st. So I really like that this deck, because this deck, I believe, came out, I think this was released at the start of July or sometime around then. I was a little bit late to purchasing my copy, but I believe it was released not too long ago. And August 1st, which is the theme here, the harvest, the start of the harvest and all of that. And correct me if I'm wrong, or give more input in the comments if you guys are obviously more informed about the seasons, because I just go based off of the typical spring, summer, winter, fall. But if you are more versed in the seasons, I would love to hear more input. So leave comments below. And what was I saying? So as we're creeping towards August 1st, but also we are creeping towards the middle of summer. Summer started mid-June. August 1st is supposedly the middle of the summer season, and then summer will be over mid-September. So we have about a month and a half left to go, and I love the fact that we have a beautiful deck with gorgeous artwork and colors to use. This is usually the time of year when I like to go through my tarot and oracle decks, and I start to pull out my darker themed decks and the decks that just give me that feel of fall, or the feel of spooky season, or the start of spooky season, or some of my animal decks. It just depends my mood. But this is usually that time when I like to switch. So I kind of love to see the energy of that, because in some of these cards, you do see the energy of that spooky season vibe, or that preparation of fall. You'll see the crows are in these cards. There is one, this one, the cemetery. This is actually one of my favorite cards in this deck. The cemetery. Oh, you really get that feel of, yes, it's still hot outside. It's still humid out, but we're also preparing for spooky season and what is to come. So I love, love, love these cards. They're absolutely gorgeous. This one too, the weeds. Looks like she's walking into a haunted house. So yeah, there's a lot of beautiful imagery in these decks. The Seasons of the Witch is by far one of my favorite. It's just a beautiful collection. And if you own this one, which one is your favorite? Do you have a favorite Seasons of the Witch deck? And if you have this one specifically, what do you think about it? Do you like it? What card is your favorite? And are you going to be using it this season? So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye guys.